Right. Right. So, last time, what did we do? We were talking about body awareness, right? Last time we did the body awareness. Some few were there, some few were not there. There are few other new faces I see, and some few probably like forgotten, whatever that is. It's not connected anyway. I mean, it's connected, but if you have not done it, you're missing something big here. There's no such thing like that. Okay? So I am connecting all of this so that somewhere it makes sense to us. That's all. Okay? So that's why in the end we can say that spiritually I have become little fit. And you know how fitness comes? It doesn't come overnight. You have to try, you have to practice it every day. Then you see the fruit of it, right? You do exercises with an idea that I want to become this thin, my inches should go down, or my weight should be this much, or I should become healthy, something you do, right? And then when that happens, you know that you're reaching there. So until that happens, you continuously do it. Even in spirituality, that's how it is. Until something happens, you need to continue to do it, practice it. Now, the question is, what is that you can keep a measure of? That is a problem with spirituality. What is that? You want to think that I want to chant something and the magic should happen, like Harry Potter stuff. It's not going to happen that way, right? Now, how do I make out that I'm becoming spiritually fit? There will be calmness, manifestations will be easier, awareness will start coming to you, and you feel you are attracting the similar kind of people in your life. What more? Can anybody add? These are the things I can think of. When you want to say you're spiritually fit, what is that you will see?
Love and compassion, energies.
Yeah. You'll
Gratitude.
be able to, absolutely, you'll be able to figure out how easy it is for you to show the gratitude and even to accept love or to show love. And you'll have that some kind of a sense of the energy. And very recently, as recently as last Sunday, last Sunday, Hitesh and his family had come to Bangalore. So we have gathered, the joining hands gathered in Jaya's house. Probably similar kind of people, I mean, healers, therapists, energy people joined together after a little long time, like, after probably the 2020 Corona time. So that was the first time, because in these 2 years, I've done so much of work on myself. This was the first time I felt things differently. I was able to feel the energy of each person. I was able to feel the texture of their energy. And it's so nice for me. It's like there were moments where I was like, just stood there and felt it, not speaking anything. Because it's different and how it feels is so different. It's not that I'm not telling that I've grown, I've done so much. No, I'm not saying anything at all like that. It is that when you practice something, you're able to sense it. And that was very clear. And it was so much like that for others too, because we did a silent constellation there. And after that, one lady came. I was part of that silent constellation, and one lady came and she hugged me and she said, I sensed so much of pain, pain of you in my heart. So I wanted to hug you. At that moment, actually, I was thinking about my mother, and she might have felt that pain. In that constellation, I felt that same pain actually. See, this is how it is. The same kind of people can sense it. It's not just you sensing, they sensing you. And it just tells you that there's something has changed in you. Because earlier you couldn't sense any damn thing. Forget about normal emotions. Okay, so that's how it is when you know that something is changing. Not exactly to do magic or to be the greatest healer of this world. Of course, everybody would love it, but we will get there. But when you get there, you no longer want to be the greatest healer because you're so much humbled. You'll feel love, you'll feel gratitude for everything. You will start becoming not a big identity, the greatest healer kind of an identity, but you are one with it. You become the greatest, then there is no identity. You have melted in that.
You start flowing.
Yeah, it is flowing. Absolutely. So that is where when you meet these amazing, great people, that small little shortcomings they won't have. For example, long time back when I happened to meet a person who had done many business, startups and everything, and then he's become a mentor now. He doesn't have any more businesses, but when you speak to this guy, the way he is okay to tell you every tricks and tips of this business, whereas a new one smart new business someone has found, you go try talking to him, they are shut their mouth and they won't tell you any bit how they went there, right? Because they have this insecurity in them, as if like somehow I made it, I don't want to tell anybody so that I will stop their competition. That's what the difference between the young person who's starting and the person who's been there, done that, and has achieved. Because they realize that there is so much abundance of everything. They're only happy to share. They're only happy to make you be like them. That's how is the spiritual growth. You get it what I'm saying? I might have experienced only a little bit. I'm great at explaining it. Anyway, that's different. Okay, so let's get back. So we were doing about healing. We were doing about body awareness. That's where we were last time. We figured out how much we are present and we poured ourselves inside and we made ourselves more and more. And so we felt ourselves. And I hope you could practice that, or you could do it whenever you wanted and had some fun out of it. Even if you've not, use it someday when you really want it. Okay, all these are little tools which you can all the time use it. Now let's see what today we are going to do. One is body awareness. Immediately we all here, I'm sure, would want to use that for healing our problems, especially body problems, right? Everybody has their own, some little thing about their body. If it's not illness, it could be like, I want to become thin, I want bright, flawless skin, I want that, I want this, something will be there. Something everybody will have about body. Okay? So how do we make use of our body awareness, body intelligence to reprogram it? Is there any possible way? Is there any way possible for this? Is what we have to try doing today. Okay. Now, there will always be ways. But what we have to start from is with our logical thinking. Okay. So then it makes sense to figure out a process for it. Otherwise, it just becomes like airy-fairy. Is it happening? I don't know. I just did something. I'm not sure. But if you give a logical explanation to that, then you feel, yeah, it will definitely happen. So it will make our belief stronger. And once the belief is stronger, you'll see that in your reality. Okay. So what are we going to see today? We all know that, every mother here would have gone for the scanning to check whether the conception is positive, and we would have checked that small little one cell throbbing, right? We all have seen that. And that is when you get the sense of the life, the first life, the feel of the life. And it's exciting. Okay, so now what it means is every organism or every human being started with one small little cell. Correct? And that cell was throbbing. That's where we saw. Maybe when we saw itself, there were at least some 100 cells, and we saw that one little thing throbbing. So maybe that one tiny cell is not able to be scanned by the doctor, right? And that cell finally becomes the entire body, where some few organs have their own specific characteristics. For example, heart has to beat. Lungs should be like a cotton. Liver should be like that and should be doing that work. Stomach is like this, kidney is like that, everything. An external body, these are fingers. You know, one little cell has intelligence of all of this. And as it separates or as it multiplies, some few will become heart, some few will become, how does that know? Does that mean that one little cell has all the intelligence? It seems like that. So genetically, it has the normal human being, because you don't turn into an alligator or one lizard or snake something. No, you don't. You will become a human being only, right? So the human being intelligence is there, which is a common intelligence, plus which genetical family you have belonged, you have that also. Correct? So it is not just a human being to become, it's also to carry on your genetical characteristics. And are you a woman or a man? So all of this intelligence is there in the DNA of that cell. Right? It's like DNA is a storage house. Information is stored there. And the cell will form based on the DNA. And the DNA will also replicate. Heart-related things will go to the heart side, this side. Everything will become, finally we become this human being. That means to say somewhere it will also have the intelligence of your timeline. From the moment you were conceived till the moment you're going to live for the last breath. So if that has intelligence, because why it has even that? When do you say that one cell is over? It's there in all the cells. That cell intelligence is there in all the cells. Right? Like how one cell has the intelligence of all organs. Every organ has the intelligence of this primary cell. Or what do you call? Master cell, blueprint. You can call anything you want. Okay? And so that has information, not just your type of the body part. It will have information about your entire timeline, what happens to the body. Like at the age of this, it'll happen like this. At this age, it'll be like this. When this body becomes this old, these are the wrinkles which should come. Because even wrinkle, there are cells which have to become old to make that wrinkles. So it should have the information that when heart should stop, when the lung should stop, when the brain should stop, or when this kind of disease should come, when it should trigger, isn't it? So if there is a way that we can figure out this blueprint, and if we can reprogram it, we can change the way our body is, isn't it? This is not told by me anyway. Time and again, many people have talked about it. And in clinical hypnotherapy, actually, there is one part which is organ regeneration. And this is mainly used there. The blueprint cell is used. So the blueprint has all the information of you, which is maybe mental, mostly body, at least in the DNA. And accordingly, that gets triggered, that gets played out in our reality. Okay? So today we try to see how we can use that for our healing. And healing in any aspect, okay? We will see what all we can do. So this is just a small little tool and an experience. How do you use it for your own self? You can be creative and use the way you want in your life. But practice it, and then you see how your body reflects it. That is when you'll feel extremely happy. That's what is being spiritual. You have to practice it, and then you see how that changes your reality. You got it? So the more you do that, and the more you're able to see the change in your body, you'll feel, wow, this is working, isn't it? And then you'll expand that to whatever you want in your life more and more. Okay? So what do we do? So by changing these programs, okay, or just even by getting awareness of our timeline and how our body will become, you can align with the awareness you're going to get. And the moment you align with it, there is a total peace and you'll be able to accept whatever it is. Sometimes when you accept it, that is the liberation. You'll be like resisting yourself and you'll be doing all of it. But the day when you accept it, that is when the liberation starts. Basically, we don't need to struggle. We always should tell ourselves life is easy, life is simple, life is a lot of joy. And for that, we need to align with our life. And if anybody gives us some hint and clues, it'll be so easy for us to align. It's like before you go for this speech, if you practice it in front of the mirror, definitely it makes it a little easier, isn't it? At least you know how you look when you're talking. And that boosts your confidence. So all the time, knowing a little bit about yourself will always help you. It'll always give you a lot more awareness. Okay? So we will do it now. It's a very short process, but I want to give a little good amount of time so that something happens in your head and you create it for yourself. So I go it very slowly, very short process, and it's a little advanced actually. I'm just going ahead and introducing it because why am I saying advanced? Because certain few things are difficult to imagine. So some people may not imagine at all here because if you have a high logical mind, it's difficult to imagine certain few things. So just for jolly today at least, let go of your logic and just imagine what at the most happen. You can create an awesome movie for yourself. Science fiction, maybe you will create. Well and good, right? Let's try. Let's be open and try. This is nothing to be serious about healing. It's okay. If nothing happens, you'll continue as you are right now. That's all. Okay. So all of you, as usual, make yourself a little comfortable, however you're sitting. And look at a point in front of you. Let that point be a little above 45 degrees above this line of sight. Just like that. And observe that, how that point looks for you. What's the color of it? Basically, concentrate only on that point. And as you're concentrating on that point, in your next breath in, slowly close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, with a closed eye, look at that point and see how that looks different now when you have closed your eyes. And now take your awareness behind your eyelids. So you're like withdrawing your awareness behind your eyelids. And maybe that just looks like bright light, or maybe just dark. Maybe you're able to visualize the back of your eyelids, whatever that is for you. firmly be there behind the eyelids. Now again, withdraw a little more to the center of your head. So find out how it is to be in the middle, in the center of your head. And then just feel it, how calm it is inside the head. Only feel the space around you. Your awareness and consciousness is only gone to the center of the head. Now in this, I want you to slowly move and just bend down in your body. Look inside the body. You're seeing from the top of your head, so you should be able to see the entire body. And somewhere you will see a master cell. It is the essence of the master cell. It is the energy of the master cell. If you're not able to see it, I want you to step out of your body energetically, turn back and look at your body. Now, like a scanning machine, scan from the top of your head till the tip of your toes and find out where is this essence or the energy of the master cell. It might look different color for you. It might look like a round or square or something. Maybe zoomed in so that it can be seen properly by you. Now I want you to stare at it. Just stare at it and wonder about your own essence of the master cell. Tell yourself, this holds the blueprint of me. And just give the command, show me the timeline from the time of the conception of me till the time I take the last breath. Show me the timeline. And then suddenly you're transformed onto the timeline, or the timeline is right in front of you and you can see the left and the right, the past and the future and the present. This is projected from the master cell. Now, as you're firmly standing there in front of the timeline, I want you to look to the left side, which is past, and give a command. I want to see when I was between 13 to 15. And see yourself how you looked when you're between 13 to 15. Check your body. What happened to the body at that time? Is everything all right? Were you wearing a glass or something? Specs? Or did you meet with an accident or something? Whatever happened between 13 to 15, something to the body, get there and see it. Now it's very easy for you to erase this memory. Take a duster or take a cloth or take a wipe and wipe it. Wipe that memory, like as if you are wiping the windshield. Just wipe it nicely so that that particular body program gets wiped out. Once you've wiped it out, I want you to now look to the right side if you're less than 50 years old, or again to the left side if you're above 50 years old. Basically, you're going to see how was your body or how will be your body at the age of 50. Look at that yourself when you were or when you are going to be 50 years old, 50. Again, see, what is that program of the body which is so visible for you? Do you have gray hairs? Do you have wrinkles? Anything about that body, observe it. Or do you have any illness? Whatever you don't like it, take the wipe it off from there. And you say that this program I don't like, I'm going to wipe it. Now, let's move to 60 years. When you are 60, how is your body? Allow your imagination to grow. Are there any aches and pains? Is there any illness? What is that which you don't like in the body of the 60 years old? Again, take the wipe it off if you don't like it. Let us jump to 90 now, 90. See yourself being 90. How does your body look? What has happened to you as part of the aging? What has really happened to you as part of the aging? Check it out. Is that nice for you? Or it is not? Whatever may be that is, if you don't like it, again, wipe it off. Clearly wipe it so that you don't have to see it when you really become 90 years old. Now, just look beyond it and see if there is any way you can make out what would be the length of this timeline. You know, we all have some timeline, whether you want it or not, but there is an end somewhere. So look at that part and find out what is that age. You don't need to accept it actually, because age is somewhere pushed by us to become an end when it really comes. So all you have to do is completely stretch it if you want more. Stretch it so much. As long as you want, you can stretch it. But you have to make sure that your body is healthy. So you have to see that part of you being very young, energetic, hale and healthy. You can visualize that as if maybe you're playing with somebody and jumping, things like that. And put all of those programs in the stretched timeline. Now, in the timeline, notice what age your body is right now. Okay, so now, what is the biological age? Is that same as what you're seeing? Or are you seeing a younger self of yours? Or are you seeing an older self of yours? That means the program is showing you that. Now you can change that to whatever you want. Something like if you are 46-year-old, you can make it, you can program it to be like when you were 36 years old. So just the current age, whatever is shown to you there, you imagine yourself to be younger age if you want. Look at that image, and all you have to do is put it on that timeline, then that becomes the programming. Now, let's check what is the program of the energy level, vitality, currently we have in our body. So allow me to see in the current timeline, how does that make you feel your energy level? Visualize it. Feel it. You can feel that in your body, your vitality. Now you can change it again. How do you change? You just put a different image. You want to be peaceful, sitting, lying down, or you want to be jumping around, being very active and then delivering speeches or going from here to there and cooking, whatever that is. Your vitality is always seen in your activity. So put that there. Next, we will also see the weight and the muscle tone. What would you like to, don't even go and see what it is, because that shows your perception of your body. If you want, you can see it. But what would you like to have? Create that kind of a body. Okay, you can even visualize yourself standing on the weighing scale and it's showing you something. And that means your body is that. And the muscle tone, is it very fit? How does it look for you? And then put that image on that and say, this is the program I wanted for my weight and the muscle tone. Also, let's do one more thing. Let's try this. The crayon in the book 1, written by Lee Carroll, says that body will have problem when it has lost the alignment with the earth magnitude, magnetic forces basically. So all you have to do is align the earth magnetic forces with our body organs which have problem, right? Body organ has to be vibrating with the same magnetic forces of the earth. Now, earth magnetic forces are changing. So it also should change. If it is not, then it will have some body problem. So I want you to stand on the timeline of the current timeline and see yourself and your body and which part of your body has this problem. And then what you do is imagine the earth, maybe below your feet. So that earth magnitude, magnetic force is coming inside both your legs and going to that organ. And that there the DNA is changing. You're imprinting the earth magnetic force in the DNA of that organ. And you feel the vibrations are becoming same. How do you know it's happening? Maybe when the organ attains that magnetic force, same as the earth, it will glow and show you with the same glow of this master cell. Then you know that yes, it has happened. Now you want to change anything else of any other organ, do the same thing there. Put an intent that the earth magnetic force is going there and it is just changing the DNA of that particular organ and it is aligning with the earth magnetic force and you are able to make out when it glows the same as the master cell. Now, I want you to come back. Again, see the body where you found the original master cell essence. Now, roll this timeline and let it get inside this master cell, and let the master cell zoom out and just dissolve inside the body. Now take a deep breath and just feel that you know that you've changed some of the programs of this master cell inside your body, and feel good about yourself for doing all of this. Again, take your attention to the center of your head, and all around you, the head is there. And again, see behind the eyelids. And now slowly, I want you to open your eyelids and look at the point you were seeing earlier. And stretch your hands and feel your arms and your body. Take a deep breath and come to here and now. Drink water if you want to drink water. So how was this? How was your experience? How you were able to look at the master cell?
It was too good, Isha.
Okay, so a few people have said that they couldn't hear. Volume was too low. Is that so?
No, I could hear very well.
Okay.
Even I could hear. There's no problem.
I think maybe they were using the hands-free or headphone. Maybe you open the jack and put it again. It might work. Or I can send the recording. You can hear it again. Okay, so here, people who could imagine will definitely imagine the way they want. They'll be very creative in imagination, right? But people who could not, how did they feel it? Wow, Neha. You know, my master cell will always turn into blue color. So it's okay. Whatever color is, you don't have to analyze why mine is green, hers is blue and all that. Any color is fine. It's just that reference point for us. So anytime when you see the master cell, you know that it's green for you. Plus, whenever you're healing your organs, if they turn green, you know that, okay, fine, they're fine now. It's like the reference point. That's all. It's for our own identity.
It happened the same day. Whatever organ I wanted to heat, it turned green and it was glowing. Same as the master cell.
So that makes our belief system stronger, so that it's easier for us to make it that way. Remember, first comes the belief, then comes the reality. Whatever you believe will be seen. Okay, so that works out well for us. And my master cell looked like a round, dark color, mix of blue and black. Yes, Shruti.
Mine was yellow.
Yellow, wow. Nice. No, I've never found a yellow. I mean, I don't know why I shouldn't think yellow, but yeah. Okay, Rama. So you couldn't visualize a master cell, but how was it for you? So what did you visualize? What was it for you? Where is Rama? Rama is there. Okay, so let's.
I caught up later, Isha. But I mean, what I saw was that I was standing at the top, and I had a white. It's like the Saturn ring. So I was standing on that white ring, and below that is the Earth. And I am like projecting that, okay, I am a little bit more of a tummy, or, you know, my arms are a little bit, fatter, or, you know, they have a little bit of more fat. And then I was, you know, there was those rays of white, from that ring, from the earth, they were coming to the ring, and from there they were going on to those pointers, which I was, thinking about. That these are the, organs, or these are the parts of me which I want to reduce. So it is like
wonderful.
spot reduction.
Also, it is very interesting that the way you're telling, it looks like it's not Earth, it's like Saturn, right?
Yes, exactly. That's
You
why I
resonate
wanted to
so much
share
with
that
Saturn.
with you. Yes, I think that is one of the leading planets, which is, in my Rashi. I think so.
All of this, but not all the source of all of us are Earth. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Our source of the soul can be somewhere else. So we don't know what we resonate. But nicest thing is we can keep getting connected to that. Then we will feel we are complete.
Right.
So if it's very easy for you to imagine that, always get connected to it, and then you'll feel nice.
Because I just picked up, I was late in connecting. So I was just imagining, I said, okay, I will just go with the flow. Whatever you are saying, I'll just go with that. So I did not see the blue earth. So there was no blue earth as such. There was a rust color kind of. So that was probably definitely Saturn as well. But I did not realize it right now. When you are asking me, I realized that they were, I was literally from the planet. I was like this much, of course, right now I see it as this much, but it must be quite a lot. But I'm on the ring, So I am not touching base there or anything. I'm touching base to the ring. And then I'm connecting to the earth, so to speak, that way.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
made me feel very different, to be very honest, because recently I've been very scattered. So right now I'm feeling as if, I'm very comforting. I'm feeling very comforted, or I'm feeling very back home, kind of,
What you do is, whenever you are scattered, you please imagine that you're standing on the Saturn ring and gather that energy to you. Okay?
Right.
It'll definitely help.
Okay. Yeah.
And you don't know what is the energy of that. Like Earth energy is the transformative energy. Okay?
Right.
But we don't know the other planets and other celestial object energies. We don't know. But you can figure it out.
Recently, for the last 2-3 days, I was feeling that I'm missing the fire in me.
Okay, so then take that fire.
So I think, I don't know where that came from, but just now, like you're saying, because last 2-3 days have been very disturbing for me. And I feel that I'm losing the fire somewhere, or that grit, or that determination, or the power to do it, somewhere. And just I connected with this, and, it gave me somewhere, it felt really powerful, even looking at the planet.
Wow, that's good.
So I did not feel it was Earth. I'm connecting it to a planet. I'm looking at a planet, a circular planet, kind of. So Saturn was something which I connected when you asked me. Ring hai to Saturn hai. I had not realized that.
Other things, other planets, somewhere else. Yeah. And they can be even like the ring, Saturn ring, whatever. So
right.
Whatever that is, we don't have to really say Saturn as such.
Correct.
What you have seen, that's what you will connect to, and then gather energy. And that energy, you can start putting it everywhere and change your whatever you want.
Yeah.
You can do that. That's
okay. It. Yes. Okay. Thanks, Isha.
Thank you, Shruti, for sharing.
Yeah.
Now, somebody said
a question. At the age of 90, I saw myself very, very young. Okay.
Yeah.
So does it mean that it is the next birth?
No, it's not.
No.
That's the programming you have kept for yourself for the 90. And when you become 90, you probably will be really as young as that is.
No, I was younger than now. And I was...
You start doing yoga from now only, Kavita. When you become 90, you'll be young.
Younger than now.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not joking.
Okay.
I'm really not joking, please. That's how it is. The more you start working on all of this, how you are will change.
Okay.
The more sorrow we let go, the more younger we become.
Okay.
Because everything, aging is nothing but losing energy. The more you put energy, you will become young.
Okay. So we can reverse our
Of course you can do that.
And second thing is, Isha, this recording which you are going to give, it's going to be available for how much time? Is it a limited time or it will be available?
Now, the availability depends on my cloud memory storage, okay? When it pops out and says your memory is over, then the previous ones I'm removing.
Okay.
So it will be there, don't worry. I have to put that in the YouTube, and all of you suggested that I should put in YouTube, but my laziness is taking over me so much that it's not getting to YouTube, but I will do it, okay? But now don't get scared. Please do it. You can download it, no?
Yeah. And yeah. Okay. And second thing is, if we do the process, how frequently we should do it?
That's your choice.
Okay. We can do
it whenever I want. See, the thing is, if I don't see the result, I get demotivated. Then I might stop doing it. But if I try many times and something happens, then I get motivated. Maybe I'll get hooked onto it for some time until I figure out something else. So keep it open. There is no rule here, Kavita. Okay? Okay. Then Rama says, I know, Rama, this is a direct message, but I think this little bit I can share so it will help others also. She says, as a doctor, I know master cell divides and redivides, so a stuff for my logic mind to visualize. Absolutely. But you know what? We have to fool this logic also. That is why I put a word there. Essence of the master cell, energy of the master cell. And master cell is there in all, master cell intelligence is there in all the other cells, right? So you know what I would do if it's in a one-to-one individual session, I will say that take a vacuum cleaner kind of a machine, gather all the energy from all the cell, now collect it. Now you'll be able to see it in a very, like a globe, or I will say that so that they can think that, yeah, now I can see it. So you kind of have to fool your mind by creating some kind of these things. It's possible. Mind gets fooled so easily. And that's how we are living, no? We are fooling ourselves so much and we are living, right? So it's very easy. You go see science fictions, you know that it may not be there, but you still feel nice and you feel, oh my God, why is he going there? Doesn't he know that? He should have done this. Oh, this is a beautiful concept. We do that, right? It's possible for us. Imagination is easy for us. And it's nice to get lost and imagine. Whether that will come true or not, who knows? It's like taking the bus and then you will see whatever is on your path. And some few nice things will come to your awareness, like how Shruti suddenly felt that, maybe Saturn gives her, I'm not calling Saturn, okay, one of the planet with the ring gives her that grounding. Now, who cares whether that is true, wrong, whatever that is? She gets a grounding. No, it's okay. She can just use it. Let's not get into really whether that is true or wrong. It's just that how that is going to work for me is what matters, right? And just make everything as something works for you. Create everything as an advantage for you. So whatever knowledge you have, create that also as an advantage. Now you should be very creative for it. I know you are. So you'll be able to do it, Rama. Hear it again this time, okay? And then it's like maybe daydreaming. Just try every time. This time, how will I imagine? Okay, yeah, I created this. Okay, fine. Does that make any sense? Oh, it didn't make any sense. Forget it. Next time, let's see. What other imagination I'll do? So keep trying it. And it makes it very nice and interesting for all of us. Okay?
Chaitanya, I didn't see any cells or anything like that.
You didn't see any cell? Okay.
I didn't see cell, but you asked me to imagine this age and a different age. Then I start imagining how I look and things like that.
That's it. That's it. That's enough.
Okay.
That's also enough. Okay, so it's okay. As long as you're able to imagine what needs to imagine, that's enough. Because whatever program is there in your mind is what's shown to you.
Okay.
Whether it is cell. Now, how will I say that the program bring it out? So I just created it. There is a master cell and I put some logic also that it breaks. So I say, yeah, that happens. No, okay, fine, then go find out. That's how it is. So that we are just trying to make the mind show us what we want to show, what we want to see.
We can also do for situations, is it?
Of course.
Okay.
And if you don't like that situation, go rub it off. Now you will say that it happened in the past. If I rub it off, will it really happen? It will happen in such a way that the responses won't continue, or the opinion you have created because of that event will change.
Okay.
So when that changes, your reality of your body will change. Right? So Kavita said just before we started, she said her mother never liked her wearing the yellow dress. Now, whenever she buys a yellow, I don't think she will buy the yellow. Do you buy yellow dress, Kavita? She does. Oh, not bad. Is it like going against your mother or how?
I love yellow. Okay. So I really like yellow color. And that is something I really resonate with. So I buy it.
Okay, that's wonderful. Then you have anyway changed the program. See, what happens is we are all going with a default program in our life. Like it should be like that. Someone has said, and then we do that. And our body and every reality, we create it like that because we are going in a default program. Now you can change those programs so that you can see a different reality for yourself. That's all it is.
That means you imagine, you imagine how you want it to be, is it?
Yeah. Okay. Now going to 13, 15 and whatever it is only to get you into the groove. Because if I straight away jump into 90 years, it's very difficult to imagine, no? But you can imagine 13-year-old because you have come through that 13, right? Everybody will remember some bit, right? So this is the trick. So that you see it, then you say, oh, okay, now my imagination is flowing out. Then, because what you saw as a 13 is also not what you were when you were 13. That's your perception again. That's actually imagination of your 13-year-old. Right? So the same way 90 can happen, 120 can happen, and it can happen anyway. That's the whole point. Because we are trying to change the programs in our body. And you can definitely change whatever illnesses are there, you can change the program. And all of that, right? So that's about it. You people try. You know, what happens is when we are desperate about something, then we will so truthfully try it and it will happen for us. Several people have, in that Crayon Book 1, they have mentioned several people who were poor in the last stage of the cancer. They didn't have any other go. So they just wanted to try what the crayon says and they tried. And very surprisingly, it just changed. It's just that how the mind believes it will do it, right? So there's nothing wrong. You're not going to lose anything. Try it out. Right? Okay. So we are 6-1. All these programs are in our mind only, Rama. Rama is asking that does this apply for our mind? Mental issues. See, all the mental issues are also seen in the physical reality. You take any mental issue, it has a action part in the physical issue. Let's assume that we have a bad relationship because of whatever beliefs we have. But the relationship is seen in our relationships, right? That's the physical reality, right? So every mental issue has a physical part. So what we do is we enter that mental issue through the physical part. So 13-year-old, how was your body? Body was something like that. Why? Because of some mental thing only. So mental programs are finally will be seen in the physical body. Yes, physical component. These are all components are at various level. Mental means there is thought process, there is this energy process, there is aura part, and then finally is the physical part. Every mental issue has a physical part too. So you can, this is like entering through the physical part. We didn't specifically talk about, we didn't do about mental issues. We are only concentrating on the physical body. Because when the body changes, you can at least see it. Right? But you can handle the mental issue also like this. Try it out. See, programs are always there. And the mental issues are also in the DNA. Okay? So any more question or are we done? Good? No question. Have a nice day. And all of you enjoy the remaining week. Neha B.
Yeah,
Thank you, Tanya. Bye.
Very beautiful process, Isha.
very nice.
Lovely. Amazing process.
Let's see. There is a small, tiny, I'm giving you a, just a taste of the tools. But you have to figure out how you make use of these. Yep. Okay, guys, let's see next week. Till the time, keep trying to change your programs.
Okay.
Bye. Take care.
Bye.